Yo, it's time to subscribe to Paid to Be Famous. What are you doing?
Subscribe to Paid to Be Famous.
Subscribe to Paid to Be Famous. Like the video. Come on.
Hell
you know
yeah.
the drill.
Button.
And slap that like button.
In today's Destiny 2 video, we're going to be going over one of the newest hand cannons added in Destiny 2 episode Revenant Act 1. It is called the Exuviae hand cannon, and in my opinion, it is currently one of the best hand cannons in PvP, and also it's one of the best hand cannons in PvE. It can do both. This hand cannon is a lady in the streets and a freak in the sheets. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about what god roll you want for PvE and in PvP. But before we get into this, if you guys want to focus more and need more energy while you guys are gaming, be sure to use my code PAY10 over at the advanced website. It's a pretty sweet deal. Make sure you guys take advantage of that. So the Exuviae is a new seasonal weapon. It's a legendary kinetic hand cannon, and it does stasis damage. Fires at 120 rounds per minute, so it is just like the Igneous Hammer, except it's in the kinetic slot. And if we compare this directly to the Igneous Hammer, the Igneous Hammer does have better stats in pretty much every category, but the Exuviae has a ton of great perks that will elevate this weapon and make it compete with the best of the best hand cannons in PvP. But we're going to talk about PvP in the second half of this video. Let's get into some PvE perks. So in the first column, you have a Rhyme Stealer, Triple Tap, To the Pain, Encore, Lone Wolf, Stats for All, and Keep Away. Good perks in this first column, but really for PvE, you're going to want to go with a Rhyme Stealer. A new perk that came out this episode, destroying a stasis crystal or defeating a frozen target with this weapon grants you Frost Armor. And in PvE, Frost Armor gives you a 4.5 damage resist, and it stacks up to 5 times for a total of 22.5 extra damage resistance, which is really good. And this also works in PvP, but each stack is only 2% in PvP, and it maxes out at a 10% damage resistance in PvP. And in the last column, you've got Headstone, Precision Instrument, Desperate Measures, Frenzy, Redirection, Explosive Payload, and One for All. One for All is really nice, gives you that 35% increase in damage for 10 seconds after just hitting 3 separate targets. You also got Explosive Payload, always good in PvE. Frenzy is a really good one. After being in combat for 12 seconds, gives you a 15% increase to damage, 100 handling, 100 reload, and also Desperate Measures is pretty good too. Every time you get a kill, gives you a 10% increase to damage, and if you happen to get an ability kill while you already have one stack, it's going to go all the way up to a 30% increase to damage. But in my opinion, what you really want in that last column is Headstone. Precision Final Blows spawn stasis crystals at the victim's location. This goes perfectly with the Rhyme Stealer perk. And the great thing about Rhyme Stealer I didn't mention is that if you enhance Rhyme Stealer, you're actually going to get ×2 instead of just ×1 every time you shatter a stasis crystal or a frozen target. So you can get up to ×5 much quicker with Rhyme Stealer enhanced. And then this hand cannon also comes with Dark Ether Reaper. Final blows with this weapon periodically spawn a Dark Ether charge. And this charge, you can shoot at it to detonate it, or you can actually just go over to it and run through it to pick it up. Doing so will refill this magazine from reserves. So what is the PvE God roll? I would say go with something like Small Bore. For the magazine, you can go with Appended Mag. That's going to bump it up to 10 in the magazine. Rhyme Stealer, make sure you enhance it. And then Headstone. And the reload speed on this hand cannon is pretty low, so I would suggest going with a reload speed masterwork. You can slap on a backup mag. That'll give you 13 in the magazine. In the background gameplay, I got Rhyme Stealer and Headstone, and as you can see, this thing just melts ads. This has quickly become one of my favorite weapons in PvE right now. I've been using it non-stop. Now let's talk about PvP. For PvP, you got Keep Away, Lone Wolf, and Encore are really the main perks you're going to want to be looking at. Keep Away increases reload range and accuracy when no targets are in. Keep Away increases reload range and accuracy when no targets are within 15 meters. You get that +10 to range, +30 to reload. Decreases your accuracy cone growth by 5%. You got Lone Wolf. This is going to slightly improve the aim assist, aim down sight speeds, and airborne effectiveness. And these effects will be increased when there are no nearby allies. But in my opinion, what you guys want to go for is Encore. Encore states that final blows grant a stacking stability, range, and accuracy bonus to this weapon, and if you get a precision kill, it'll actually give you 2 stacks at once for a headshot kill. So if you guys were to go with something like Hammer Forged, Accurized Rounds, and Encore ×2, you are sitting at 91 range and that will get you up to 39.2 meters before damage drop off, which is really good. In the last column, the only perk I really think that's worth going for PvP is Precision Instrument. And the reason for that is because at base, these 120 hand cannons have a pretty slow time to kill. That's a 1 second time to kill with 3 headshots. In Guardians tier 6 and under, you can just get 2 crits in one body for a 1 second TTK. But if you have Precision Instrument, it'll still be a 1 second time to kill, but you don't need 3 headshots anymore. You can actually get away with going for 2 headshots in one body, so it makes it more forgiving. And then for the masterwork, I would say go with a stability masterwork. And if you enhance this hand cannon, you can put a ballistics weapon mod, which is going to give you a +6 to range and stability. That's going to put you at 97 range and 59 stability, and it's going to bump you up to 40 meters before damage drop off. That is pretty damn good, and that is going to make it pretty competitive when it's stacked up against the Igneous Hammer. So that is the PvP God roll in my opinion. Hammer Forged, Accurized, Encore, Precision Instrument, Stability Masterwork, and that Ballistics mod. That's going to do it for the review. We got some PvP gameplay here at the end. If you guys are new and found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, follow me over on Twitch, and I'll catch you guys around the channel. Peace.
What can stop you if you... I bet they didn't expect that! 2 for 1. You shut the enemy down! Your moments of clarity are weapons, Warlock. You're in the lead. What can stop you if you fight together?